Rise and shine, beautiful witches. I mean, it's early here. It's 9:31 a.m. here, May 18th, 2023. Here in Northern California, we are working with the law of attraction. Hello, Araceli, Dragon, Dunza, Mary Sesame. I like that. Hello and welcome. Welcome. We're going to have fun today. Why not? We're recording this for Friday. May 19th, 2023. So I hope you are all well. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. So just like normal and natural, take some time to breathe. Take some time to check in with yourself. Ground and center. Focus on your heartbeat. Focus on your breathing. Tune in with yourself. The other office chair. Not that that's going to, yeah. Anyways, sorry, it was bugging me. Take some time to just tune in. Present moment, present space, present location. Yes. I can't believe it's already like Friday again. Ugh. Makes me feel like I'm just getting old, which is fine. I don't mind that actually. But, they say, oh, when you get older, time flies. Well, bitch, time is flying. I'm an ancient. So when you're ready, call in your spirits, your guides, your gods, your allies, your ancestors. Call in all the good shit for your highest and best. Call that energy in, that vibration in, and allow it to impress upon you. Allow it to inspire you, to motivate you, to help you as we navigate this co-creative adventure. Yes. Let me show you something. Let me show you something really quick. I'm working on. I was trying to make a tarot bag, and I did a runic one. And the thing, okay, so the pattern is just like this right here. The pattern is like the rune. Um, and it bothers me because on this side of the rune, there's only a few. You can see there's only a few right here, and so it looks like on this side there's more, and that bothers me. I made this on myself and I sewed it together and I made a little flappy thing myself, but I just realized it's on the wrong side. Trial and error. So next time I make this, I'm going to try and make more space over here, put the flappy thing over here so it'll go this way. But it does hold my tarot cards. That's cool. I was playing. I was tired of crocheting poppets, so playing with something else. Yes, Fridays are fun. All right, so me too. I love Fridays too, and I don't know why because I'm self-employed, right? So like every day is a work day kind of for me, and it's not the same as people who have a regular 9 to 5 show up job, but I still enjoy Friday. When you're ready, go ahead and comment or write down the first number that tugs at your dominant psychic trait, whatever that may be, 1, 2, or 3. Go ahead and comment or write it down. If you're watching a recording of this, feel free to comment or write down. It is your preference. So 1, 2, or 3. And let's see. And just remember, with these readings or collective readings, all 3 cards are a part of our reading. The card that you choose is simply a focal piece. It is a card of emphasis, so it just helps you take a collective reading and make it a little more personal, right? So 1, 2, or 3, and let us get into it. And always feel free to share your thoughts, whatever pops up for you. Ooh, interesting. They're like, okay, this is important, I guess. So card 1. Card 1, dominant for those who chose card 1, supporting for those who did not. As I am segment intending, I am attracting. So as I am segment intending, I am attracting. The way you feel is your point of attraction. And so the value of segment intending is that you pause many times during your day to say, This is what I want and expect from this segment of my life experience. And as you set forth those powerful thoughts, you will attract into your experience what you want. So, as I am segment intending, I am attracting. What does that say to you? How does that make you feel? And if you don't know what segment intending, it's just like pre paving. So, during our day we have different thoughts, so there'll be a segment of our day like, oh, we're at work, okay, and it's not always do we think of work things at work, but when we're at work sometimes, okay, this is a segment of work time, right, and some focus on work stuff, and sometimes it happens before work, but like, oh, this segment, what my dominant thought process is work stuff, so let me maximize that energy, that intention, that vibration to focus on what I want to experience in regards to work. Does that make sense? And then that'll shift. I'm thinking about my personal life. I'm thinking about love and relationships. And so instead of trying to like really focus on all the work things, when my dominant thoughts start to think about my relationships, let me utilize this time where those relationships and that love and all that stuff is being activated. Let me utilize that time to start thinking about how I would like to experience my love life, or how I would like to experience relationships. And so, all of those things. Well, hello, Stephen. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to have you here. I want happiness too. I love it. Yes. And let's not, happiness, it's not a 24/7 thing, and it is a choice sometimes. It's like, uh, ebb and flow. So, we don't have happiness at the moment. It'll come. We will find it. We will get to it. So as I am segment intending, I am attracting. And I feel like for Friday or weekend, it is time to recognize like, oh, when I'm in a space where my thoughts are dominant on a certain subject or sector of my life, take full advantage of that time to start pre-paving, pre-paving the way. Does that make sense? My coffee hasn't kicked in yet, so I'm pretty sure it makes sense in here, but I don't know. But really, it is, be very aware and conscious of where your dominant thoughts are at any given moment. And it's like, oh, wow, I'm really thinking about prosperity and abundance. I'm really thinking about money. So this is a good time to utilize my everything, my emotions, my thoughts, my invest everything I invest in, to focus on what feels good, what I can appreciate about money, abundance, work, like the work stuff, whatever that is surrounded around money. Let me do that. And then after a while, I realized like, oh, okay, that's sort of waning, and I'm starting to think about um, relationships and love. Let me focus on what I love about that. Let me focus on what I'd like to experience there. So it's paying attention and being very aware of in our surroundings in our life of what we're focused upon at any given time, and utilizing it to our advantage. It's kind of like, I'll move on, but it's kind of like when you have the sun, a magnifying glass, and you're utilizing the magnifying glass to magnify that sun to like start a little fire. It's like that, but in each sector of your life, when your energy is focused on that sector, make the most of it. Card two, I can reach for a better feeling thought. Card two, I can reach for a better feeling thought. What does that say to you? And how does that make you feel before we even get into the rest? Like, I can reach for a better feeling thought. Card two, what does that say? From these dogs, from your non-physical vantage point, you understood the eternal evolving nature of your being and the promise that this leading edge contrasting environment held. You understood the powerful law of attraction and the fairness and accuracy with which it responds to the free will of all creators. By reaching for the best feeling thought you can find, you will you will shiver with exhilaration as you reconnect with your purpose, with your zest for life, and with you. Yeah, it really does. It helps us to kind of like flow, right? It helps us to flow because I can reach for a better feeling thought. It's reminding us that, look, no matter what situation we're in, no matter where we are in life, it's not always going to be easy to go from feeling very, very shitty to like, yay, and like, woohoo. I'm like happy, like so happy, y'all. Woo. This is me being excited, right? This is not, it's not always that simple. And what it is expressing is that when we are feeling any type of way, there is always going to be something that we can reach for that feels a little better. And so it's not always reaching for the best thought, because sometimes when you're down in Pettyville, you want to be so petty, you're like, oh, the hoops are down, I'm gonna go for your throat because a bitch is tired. Don't try me. Um, we can't be like, oh, so happy that you're here. I'm so happy that, blah, 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 whatever. No. So sometimes we have to go from being extremely petty to just thinking like, okay, I'm not going to take action. I'm not going to act on this. I know that I'm being petty. And I'm just thinking, you know what? Thinking about it helps me a little bit. And then I'm like laughing at myself because it's like, this is really dumb. Like, I don't need to be petty at this stage of my life. It's not necessary. And then you just keep reaching for the next best thought until you feel better about yourself and your situation. And you realize like, okay, I'm walking the pathway to what I actually want to experience, because I don't want to be petty. I mean, I really don't, because I just don't. And so, does that make sense? I can reach for a better feeling thought, no matter where we are in our situation. When we are ready, we can start searching for something that feels better to get us to feeling better, to get us out of a maybe a funk, or to get us out of a space that maybe we don't want to be in. Hmm. Oh, that's hilarious. That's funny. But I really appreciate that, and the more that we talk about this, and I will remind that, the more we talk about this, the more it sort of plants that seed, because sometimes we don't utilize this, but sometimes the more we think about, oh, I can reach for a better feeling thought. The more we think about it, the more we plant that seed. When we are going through it, when we're going through something shitty, something challenging, something whatever, when we're going through it, eventually that sort of thought process will play like, oh, I recognize like I'm going through it right now and I don't really want to feel like this, but I will feel like this until I decide to choose differently. I can reach for a better feeling thought. So maybe in this situation, I can think about like, what is that next best thought? What does it feel like? What does it look like? What makes me laugh? What do I enjoy? What can I reach for to pull me out of this space? Doesn't have to be into like a super amazing space. I just need to be pulled out a little bit of from this situation. What is that thought? Focus on it. I laughed earlier that when we first started because card 3 is by segment intending. By segment intending, I can expand my time. By segment intending. So it's like we know that segment intending is very important today. Um, Toxic people can bring others down. I'm mindful of that and try to excommunicate those toxic energies from my life by removing toxic people from my life and trying to keep balance in my life. Very great that you brought that up. Yeah, they can. And another thing I try to remind myself is like everyone has their own story. Everyone has a story. Everyone has a story. Everyone has their own way of being based on their experiences, and it's no excuse for their behavior. It's just I try to understand that society, culture, their upbringing, their life experiences, all of it formulates into how someone expresses. And just because that is the case, I don't have to allow that into my space. I can understand that, but if it's not healthy for me, it's not healthy for me, and I can choose differently. Like, I don't have to allow that in my space. I can understand it. I can comprehend. Like, I understand that this is what you're currently sharing with the world right now, but I don't want to be shared with me because it's not good for me. Boundary. So by segment intending, I can expand my time. As you become efficient with your segment intending, you'll expand your usable time. By being clear about what you want during each important segment of your day, you will harness the law of attraction to do its work, and it will require far less time for you to accomplish much, much more. I would like to know your thoughts on that. What does that say to you? Like, what do you make of this? Okay, as you become efficient with your segment intending, you will expand your usable time. By being clear about what you want during each important segment of your day, you will harness the law of attraction to do its work, and it will require far less time for you to accomplish much, much more. What does that say to you? How does that make you feel? I like to think about this ever so often when it comes up. And it's it does expand our time because usually we're just kind of going through the motions in our day, and we're just like, I want this, I want this, I want this. It's like, me, if I'm really focused on work related stuff that has nothing to do with abundance, prosperity, money, right? It's just work stuff, work dynamic. And all I can think about is, I want money, I want this, I want this, I want this. That's not necessarily efficient for creating the money, or the work environment, because my mindset is not on, they're not aligned, right? So when I am in my workspace and thinking about the work things, if I utilize my time, my energy, my investments, my thoughts to focus on that, it frees up so much because I'm not there's not contrast, there's not friction there. I'm not trying to manifest something else, right? I'm working on my workspace, my work stuff, because my thoughts are there, and I'm maximizing my time because it's intense. That energy, that sort of vortex is intense, and so I'm using that time to invest into that sector of my life, and it's maximizing that and utilizing it to be made manifest. So then, when I go into a segment of my day where I'm thinking about money, prosperity, abundance, I don't think about work stuff. I think about money, prosperity, abundance, and I think about all the things around that I want to experience or want to produce, and I use that time efficiently. And so it does expand our time because we're being more efficient with it. We're not like fucking around and just doing all the things at all the times, and not really, we're not being all chaotic with it, right? So we're being focused, and we're utilizing our time and energy in a way that is going to be more efficient, which will free up our time because things will happen a little faster. Does that make sense? um I always do focus on one priority on me, on my time. Yeah, that's good. That's really good because it helps so much. It makes things so much easier. And so, yeah. By segment intending, I can expand my time. And I think that it helps us to put things in the right spaces in our headspace, because sometimes it's just so chaotic, you know? It's so chaotic, and then we just feel like we're trying to catch up. We don't have to like run around in this crazy race of life. all the time, not knowing where we're supposed to be going. We know when we are focused on one thing, when our dominant thoughts are focused, invest into that space. Don't worry about this or that. Invest into that current space. And then when that shifts, when that current thought or that dominant thought bah, shifts, can't say that right, shifts to something else, focus on that. Sort of let go of what you were, the previous dominant thought, thinking, and investment, and focus on the next one. And this helps us to create with ease and grace. Um, you talked before about using not using your bias on the new. Yes, and it helped me so much to make sure to change my viewpoint of my new friends after being so hurt by backs. Yes, yes, I remember this. Um, Thank you. Yeah. Thank you for sharing that. I love this because I mean I apply it myself as well, and it does help. I like that. Thank you for sharing that so much. Appreciate it. Yes, I'm glad. I'm glad. Um it's challenging. It's challenging to remove yourself from that space, but it's very rewarding when we can. And again, I can reach for a better feeling thought. We just keep reaching for that better feeling thought until we can get there. So all in all, y'all, all in all, what do you make of Friday? What do you make of Friday, May 19th, 2023? What do you make of it? What do you think is going on here? What does it say for you? Let's go back. Card one, as I am segment intending, I am attracting. I can reach for a better feeling thought. By segment intending, I expand my time. For Friday and our weekend, I really do feel that this is saying, look, we are being given these wonderful opportunities in our day and our weekend to create. And instead of trying to do all the things at all the times, um, focus on that one thing or focus on that theme, that category of things. When your dominant thoughts during that day start to focus in that sector of life, then that's like your go, it's your green light. Okay, this sector is being activated, like the magnifying glass, the sun, boom, is shining down, boom, 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 segment. This is what's activated for me right now. Let me take full advantage. Boom, let's hoops are down and I'm ready to do some business. Let me focus on reaching for the better feeling thought in this segment, in this sector of my life. Let me focus on the things I'd like to experience. And when things that are frustrating come up, like I don't want this, I don't want this, I don't want this, cool, that's data. Utilize it. Shift your thought process to, I do want this, I do want to invest into this, I do want to experience this. These emotions I want to work towards, I want to work to receiving this. Start shifting the way we think and the way we apply our energy. So when that sector is activated, focus your investments there. Then when it shifts, okay, when it shifts and a new sector is activated, don't linger in the old. Reach for next best thought for this new sector in life today or in your day, in your weekend, whatever. But focus your energy, your time in that sector. Give it the most, give it the best you can, and keep doing it. And know that when we start taking advantage of this, when we start taking advantage of segment intending and being mindful of these things, it does free up time for us because we are using our energy, our everything to manifest in these sectors at these specific times, and those specific times are super energized and amped and powerful for us to create. And so things become easily I can't talk, go easily. I need to take a moment. The when we're invested into these sectors as they're activated, it manifests with ease and grace. It manifests a little more rapidly, and so it's not we're maximizing that. We're utilizing everything we can to make it happen, and it becomes a reality much more rapid, and it frees up time to do other things that we enjoy. So I like that. I really like that for Friday and our weekend, and I hope that you can take something from that. But that's what's popping up, y'all. That's what's popping up for Friday. If you have any last minute thoughts, questions, or concerns, please feel free to comment. Let me know. I'm happy to help. Happy to be of service where I can when I'm able. If you're watching a recording of this, please let us know your thoughts. I like to read. I like to go back and read as well when I can. I have 10 acres. I'm making a. Oh, cool. I like it. Yes, 10 acres. Wonderful. Exciting. Fun. So, all right. Again, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I am going to wrap this up. If I don't see any comments, no, nothing. Thank you for spending time with me. I appreciate it. Again, have fun, enjoy your weekend. I know we're recording this on Thursday, so we still have to get through Friday, but have a blessed Friday, have a blessed weekend. Utilize it to the best of your ability, and do something that you love, do something that you enjoy. Start pre-paving right now what you'd like to delve into this weekend. You as well, have a blessed day, have fun. I will talk to you i will talk to you later. Take care.